As anticipated, Quinshon Judkins is going to be activated to the active roster and will be playing against the Ravens. How many touches, we do not know, but we know he's back, so we're going to deep dive him here today to see whether or not you need him for your fantasy football team. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're doing deep dives whenever the news hits. Guys getting injured, the next man up. Player coming back from suspension, whatever's happening, we will be here. We're going to help you set your lineups with the Must Start series. That video rolls out at 2 o'clock today. And then on top of that, we go deeper than anybody else on YouTube looking at the waiver wire. Click that button. Stop missing out. First things first, Quinshon Judkins is back, activated. This rolled out earlier this morning as his case was dropped. He met with the NFL on Wednesday, practiced on Thursday. He's been with the team ever since. He has signed with the team, and we were getting teased about his comeback with the Browns just about every other week. And his charges were dropped, already met with the NFL. Everything feels like it's good to go, and Quinshon Judkins is a big deal right now as we dig into his prospect profile, because this is a running back prospect that you normally do not get this cheap in fantasy football. 3-star prospect coming out of high school, 26 offers, but you look down there, all the big programs want him. 24/7 Sports whiffed on him hard. Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Auburn, Florida. So college football said this is a 4-star. 24/7 Sports says, hey, this is a 3-star. You got good size out of the kid. We go to Ole Miss. And at Ole Miss, they had a former 5-star running back named Zach Evans. He was supposed to be the man there going into 2022. He got drafted by the Rams late and never fired. But Quinshon Judkins shows up as a freshman and says, hold on, partner. I'm the man now. I'm commanding the ship. He does that, rushes for 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns. When a freshman does that right out of high school, and looking at the gatekeeper, former 5-star running back, which Zach Evans, very funny prospect when you dig into him, that is an indicator of something special. The next year, 15 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Then we go to Ohio State, which we see a little dip in production, not so much, but less touches, more tread on the tires right now, going into his rookie season. On the career, 3.23 yards after contact per attempt, and then yards after the catch per reception, 7.3, but we're getting so much work on the ground. We got 59 balls on our career. We can be using the passing game, but we're a grinder. We're powerful. We're one of the most dominant running backs that you'll see come out of the NFL draft. And you just look at this. Of teams that he hung 100 yards or more, or even 85 yards or more, it's a murderer's row from Arkansas, TAMU, LSU, Auburn, Bama, Auburn, LSU, Penn State, TAMU, Notre Dame, G-Tech, Penn State, Oregon. We do this a lot. We do a couple videos like this every day, and I do not rattle off teams like this straight down the list. That is not normal. That is not a normal production profile of domination. That might be one of the most impressive runs of domination that you'll see from a running back prospect, wide receiver prospect, because he blew up in the Big Ten and SEC. 2 years in the SEC, 1 year in the Big Ten, and everybody got it. You're looking at some numbers here from PFF. New to Ohio State, those first 2 seasons, 90.8 PFF grade in the SEC, 27 rushing yards, 31 touchdowns, 1,800 yards after contact. So a lot of running backs would just be happy to have 1,800 yards, period. Period, not after contact. 154 missed tackles. In the SEC, College Football 25 comes out. He's one of the players promoting the game. That's the type of prospect you're looking at here. Judkins, 76 missed tackles forced last season as a freshman in the SEC, getting the work, considered one of the top running backs in college football. We fall in the draft to the second round. This is the deepest, most talented running back class of all time. We had 2 first-round picks at the running back position. He's the third one. But this is a running back prospect with a first-round caliber profile, and you can't argue against it. First off, 221 pounds, 4.48 40-yard dash, speed score elite, burst score elite, compared metrically to Nick Chubb when it comes to production and athletic specs, size, just the numbers, not the tape. Nick Chubb comes out, goes to the Browns, just like Nick Chubb, first-round caliber prospect, falls to the second round. You're looking at the measurables here, where he computes. Jalen Wright, hyper-athletic running back prospect. Bijan Robinson, Deneric Prince, Isaac Rondo, shotgun running back prospect. You saw what he did on the field last year. You got DJ Giddens and Marion Hampton, who went in the first round of this year's draft. And now you're catching him free right now. You're looking at this backfield. Jerome Ford, Dylan Sampson, Quinshon Judkins. Don't forget about Rocket Sanders. Now they got another good running back here. But Quinshon Judkins was drafted to be the guy here. Dylan Sampson was drafted to be his mate sharing the backfield. Kind of like your Hendo Judkins role at Ohio State. Sampson's good. Sampson's good. Ford's okay. He's good for any NFL team. He's good enough to get you by. Good enough to get you by, though, doesn't win Super Bowls. Good enough to get you by, does not get your team to the next level. He can hold it down. He can be productive. He's all right. No shame to his game. Dylan Sampson, you saw it last week. 8 targets, 8 catches, got a lot of work. And I believe these two are going to be the Bash brothers. He was a decorated prospect out of Tennessee, almost 1,500 yards, 22 touchdowns. And he ran in the 10s in the 100-meter back in high school. 10.48, 100-meter time. I got it all memorized. I got all this stuff memorized. You think I don't know my stuff? You think I don't know my stuff? I study these guys from high school to now and past that. They don't do that in all the other fantasy football channels. Click that subscribe button right now. You go look at the other ones that are pulling 100K views a vid. They ain't going to know those numbers. They ain't going to know that stuff. You're looking at the Browns here. I mean, the production wasn't there. We were waiting for Nick Chubb to come back. He wasn't 100% Nick Chubb. We knew that. We were rooting for him, though. We were rooting for you. But now, we got that gusto. Remember, we're going to need time to ramp up. We did not get a training camp. We has not practiced since May. Thursday was his first practice since May with the team. He's going to need a ramp up. So if I had to guess, out of these stud running backs, what we're going to catch out of him, probably like a chart like Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what I would guess. And I would guess it'd be a little bit more timid considering it is the Browns. We'll dig into that more because we're looking at the schedule. They ain't winning a lot of games. They ain't going to be ahead in a lot of games. Sampson might be a good one to have still, even with Judkins back, which he will be, due to them being behind a lot of games and him running a lot of routes. Actually, Ford beat him in routes ran. Sampson beat him in targets. And Sampson beat him in efficiency. More explosive, more pop, better prospect overall. And now you're looking at Quinshon Judkins. This is going to help this team immensely because this is a defense that's built. This Baltimore game on the road is going to be a rough one. This defense is going to keep it tight. They're going to need some big plays on offense. This is going to be a low-scoring game. The Browns are going to do better than expected, and it's going to be hard for them to pull it out. But, they're going to have a bunch of moral victories, like against the Bengals, 17-16. They almost came through with that one. They're going to have a lot of moral victories throughout the season, but a lot of L's as well. So a lot of changes in the quarterback position. You're looking at what Buffalo did last week. James Cook, 5 targets, 5 balls caught. That might lend more right now to Dylan Sampson. As we're watching the touches for Quinshon Judkins, if you're interested in this matchup, if you read between the lines what I'm saying, it's too risky to start Quinshon Judkins right now. It's just too risky. He could hit. He could get that goal line work. They could just say, I don't care. But they're the Browns. They're very conservative. They want to be methodical, but they're not really. They'll give you a lot of head-scratching moves, but they try to be methodical. They're very slow with how they move with the players. Judkins may not get much opportunity in this game. I could be wrong, though. But you're looking at what Baltimore did last year. They kept a lot of running backs in check. 18.5% below league average when it came to allowing fantasy production to running backs last year. So we could definitely see that in this matchup. I don't see Jerome Ford going off. I don't even see his name listed from last year. Nick Chubb hung 5.2 on them. I just don't see that happening. So we could be in for a rough night here for the Cleveland Browns run game. Flacco might be wheeling and dealing. Sampson might catch some targets. On the season, you got this trio. You got to worry about that. This team's going to be volatile, but he's free. He's free. He was free. He's not free no more unless you're in a league that's sleeping right now, which you could be. You could be. I imagine thousands are going to come to this video, and there's going to be a percentage of people that could still get him at that cheap price tag. He's a free first-round talent. He was free in drafts. I'm catching people in the comment section saying, hey, should I pick him up on waivers right now? Yeah. This is the premium lottery ticket running back. Like, lottery ticket running backs usually do not come in this package. Drafted at 204, athletic specs, production profile, highlighted to be the man. It was this incident why he fell to the where he did in drafts and out of drafts. And the incident is washing away right now. So he's going to be back there on the field. Like, the worst thing that happens is that he doesn't fire. But at that price tag, you're catching him on the free when you got a prospect profile better than R.J. Harvey's, Travion Henderson's, and he was getting drafted in that range of the draft where they were being selected on Underdog Fantasy, but you're catching him rounds cheaper, waiver wire cheap, and it's the Browns. He's going to need time to ramp up. If you can't handle the ramp up, you may want to just sell the noose and just trade him away. If you can't handle the ramp up, if you're going to catch FOMO and not be patient, because there's going to be a ramp up here. Some way, shape, or form. He has not had a training camp. That's another thing. So I'm not telling you to just pick him up. I'm also giving you other strategies here. So you got to pay attention to all these videos. Watch them and see them through. It's also the Browns. They got a tough schedule this year. They're going to be in some tough matchups. Quinshon Judkins, though, he's back. He's back. He's free. He's a free pickup. And someone drops him because he doesn't fire this week or next week, pick him up. Keep at him, and I'll probably keep at him with the videos. Let me know what you think in comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.